can change it.
Samson had mentioned something last year about doing the Abbey Road album, and he said he was writing everything out and arranging everything. And slowly he got the music to us, like one song here, one there.
Samson had that idea a while back because he had one or two tunes written for the Upper East Side Big Band that were Beatles tunes.
That it was originally, it was the White Album, and,
and
I thought that was crazy for a month. And I also think the Abbey Road as a whole is a better show as far as a whole. It's more conducive to performing live because it actually has a beginning, middle, and end. But I think Samson's still determined to do the White Album, and that'll be fun too.
Oh yeah, I know. Like I wanted to do Abbey Road when I was 20. I'm 25 right now, but you know, after listening to the album in full, I just thought, you know, this would be great with a big band, and I can imagine it being an awesome show and an awesome set.
To try to dissect that album, figure out what makes it work, and then put a whole new spin on it. That's why I like it. That's why I like this project. I think that's an incredible thing to be doing. It's dangerous.
Well, I like doing Abbey Road because it probably wasn't by design, but it's a mixture. We didn't approach all the tunes the same way. Some tunes are big band arrangements of standards. Some are just orchestrations of the original song. I mean, we're just approaching like a rock band. We just happen to have 13 horns. And some of them are just completely reinterpretations of the tunes. And so there's a huge variety, so that, which you may say it's dangerous not to have an actual set concept going in, but we were under the gun, and but I really like the way it turned out.
The guy from the National, the promoter, just sent out a message saying, anybody want to open or anybody want to play on a date? And just gave out some random dates, and Samson he just grabbed it. Knowing how he had 4 or 5 weeks to put it together, he said, this is my chance, and he did it. And against all the odds, you know? So it's really amazing to see.
This is really an interesting niche because there's so many cover bands and tribute bands, but no one's done it with a big band doing the Beatles, you know? There's another band out that does that. They're very authentic and they're 4-piece, costumes and everything, but with this arrangement of big band and transcription of melodies and everything across the band, this is something cool. We all agreed on that.
We had a few rehearsals, and then we played the show at the National Theater, and then shortly after, about a month after, we recorded it on a CD.
I never thought of recording it, honestly. I thought it was just going to be a show, and that was it. It was a trumpet player. His name's Taylor Barnett, teaches at VCU. Highly respect the guy. He came up to me and said, this can't be the last time we're doing this. This has to be on tour. We have to make an album. And I think the bass trombone player, Stefan Dimitriadis, who's also a VCU alum, said the same things.
Samson decided to do the recording, and we were, again, all thumbs up. Yeah, we should make a demo, we should get it out, do festivals, private parties, let's be rock stars, woo, you know.
Samson came to me and said, I want you to engineer this project for me. And what that entails is, I guess I'm the steward of getting the sounds right.
I'm pretty inexperienced in the studio. I haven't spent a whole lot of time in the studio, so it's been gosh, I've experienced every emotion in that studio room that you can possibly imagine. Frustration, elation, embarrassment. So it's been a pretty wild experience for me.
Humbling.
Humbling.
Humbling for me. I'm also inexperienced, so it was incredibly exciting to be working, again, you know, just to have the opportunity to work with, you know, working with Samson's good enough, and then you get to work with Carlos over there at In Your Ear. I mean, you know, he gave direction so well.
One night when we were recording all the horn parts, we did that in basically 2 nights with a few overdubs, and I think we had 12+ horn players, just horns out there playing all together, saxophones, the trombones, and the trumpets. And And it's really interesting because they get a chance to play off of each other and get everything right. It's really hard. If we had done all that at a track at a time, first of all, it would have taken forever. And the playing would not be the same. The ensemble playing wouldn't be there.
Now, we've recorded before, but this is going to be our first, I guess, full-length album.
I'm not really thinking about what will happen when we do that last mix. I have no idea what's really going to happen when we do that last mix. When we start getting to that point, I'm going to probably change hats, and then I hope I'm in a role where I'm going to be positively helping Samson figure out where the most people can hear this project, because I think it's something that a lot of people will really enjoy.
I'm hoping that this band will start to, with the recording and the productions and things, that people will see and that we'll be able to play out more and be able to commit a little more time to it, because it's a dying form.
But right now we're really we're kind of feeding off each other, and we're always continually bringing stuff to rehearsal, new charts or original tunes. So that's really, if we can just keep that going, I'll be very happy.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah.
To the point where we can just do an album a year and tour with that album, that'll be great, but still live in Richmond.
I'm still grateful for every chance I get to sing in front of 13 horns. There's nothing, the adrenaline you get, even in rehearsal, for me, because I never got a chance to, I always just love that repertoire, and now that I've already cashed a check, I'd do it for free.